So while I was away, we got some insight on some cool things within the zombies community, and one thing in particular that a lot of people wanted to get some more information on and perhaps some clarity for, that being the M1911 and the AK-74u in Zombies Chronicles. And this was something that Jason Blundell actually point blank came out and gave a little bit of clarity on the topic, and it was interesting to see the perspective here from the developmental side because, well, firstly, they obviously see everything that the community is crying out for. We wanted to see the M1911 and the AK-74u in Zombies Chronicles to relive that classic revitalization of the older maps, and with it being in multiplayer, well, it kind of was a stab in the back. A lot of people thought that multiplayer got this before zombies, if at all. But Blundell did clear this up a little bit as to why this was the case and why we're getting it a little bit delayed now for Zombies Chronicles, that being sometime shortly thereafter the release of Zombies Chronicles on Xbox One and PC coming up here in the next couple of days. And while there's a ton of different speculation on why this was not added in immediately with Zombies Chronicles, the simple answer was it just wasn't ready. Jason Blundell did a little interview with Noah J456 in which there was a lot of stuff answered, but one thing in particular relating to this video was the M1911 and the AK-74u, two weapons once again of much discussion and intrigue within the community, a classic if you will that seemingly was left out intentionally for the Zombies Chronicles re-envisionments of the classic maps. Now, when it comes down to it, it simply was just because of the timing of everything. When you take a look at new assets in development, it's something that before they are pushed out to the public, they have to go through a bunch of different testing through the quality assurance department, the QA department, if you will, and if it doesn't pass, well, then it's not ready to go out to the public version of the games, and this is something that's done for absolutely everything, new weapon DLC, new patches, things like that, because if something were to get through the cracks here, and it's very possible it could eventually break your entire gameplay experience. So this testing is done on many different levels for quite some time to make sure that these things are ready to use for the players and that there's no bugs or glitches in the system. Obviously this doesn't count for anything like OP comments or anything like that, but rather just to make sure the weapon is at a stable position. Now, when it comes down to it, Jason Blundell mentioned that these were in the process of being added in and tested via quality assurance, but just did not get finished in time. And then it came down to the ultimatum of, do we delay all of Zombies Chronicles to simply put in two weapons, or do we release Zombies Chronicles at the point that we want to and then add the weapons in later on down the line? And personally to me, I think that this one is a no-brainer, and I think they made the absolute 100% right decision here with this. Why mess up every sort of release date that you have and you have scheduled and want to put out just to delay it for two different weapons? Perhaps I don't see eye to eye with you here on that, and that's totally fine, but I would just personally rather have Zombies Chronicles, the beefiest collection of Zombies DLC that we've had to date in any Call of Duty. And personally, I think if Zombies Chronicles was delayed, it'd be a little bit more of something that was a little more outrage-worthy than a couple of weapons, but of course, that really is all just personal preference and what you guys believe in. But of course, at the same time, maybe we wouldn't even know about it if they shifted the entire release schedule back. But regardless, that's the reasoning as to why here is one or the other. And personally, like I said, I think the right decision was made. I'd much rather have all this Zombies content sooner rather than later, and I'm totally okay with having some weapons added in later on down the line. But for those of you guys that have not heard anything on when this will be coming, this was teased on Twitter sometime last week, in which Treyarch said, "We hear loud and clear, the M1911 is slated to be added into Zombies Chronicles in the next few weeks. Stand by." So there was no ETA, but Jason Blundell confirmed a little bit further in these interviews that it will be the second title update after Zombies Chronicles goes live for PC and Xbox One. So that first title update is, of course, when Zombies Chronicles is released for PC and Xbox One. That's the first title update, and then the next update going out for the games across all platforms at that point will include the update to include the M1911, more than likely as the starting pistol, and the AK-74u as perhaps a wall buy, but as well it's almost 100% guaranteed at this point that it will be at least a box weapon. So if it doesn't make it onto the wall, you'll still be able to get it in Zombies Chronicles via the box as well. But I want to let you guys know about this here, give you guys a little bit more insight here, because there's a lot of different theories going around out there, but it's a lot simpler than a lot of people may make it out to be. It's just simply straight up, it wasn't ready in time. There's no elaborate conspiracy theory here at this one, and I know I love to look deeper into things. I love to try and find those hidden meanings and take a theory and stab at whatever it could mean deeper, but This one simply, it just wasn't ready. So that's the plain and simple version here of this and why it was not added in at launch. But once again, it comes down to one or the other, and I think that it was a great choice in releasing Zombies Chronicles when it was released, and now in a couple of days for Xbox One and PC users, you'll be able to play that as well, and the M1911 and AK-74u will be added in shortly thereafter. So that said, that's going to wrap it up. I want to let you guys know about this once again, keep you guys up to date with everything here with this. Back at my desk, I'm happy to be back making videos, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like down below. Let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. Are you guys happy that they delayed this and not Zombies Chronicles, or do you wish they would have delayed Zombies Chronicles and added it all in at once and released it one giant package to the public at that? Love to hear your thoughts. There's no right or wrong answer, obviously, but feel free to drop your thoughts down there. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe to stay up to date with everything we have here regarding Zombies Chronicles, zombies in general, Call of Duty World War II, and some cool stuff coming up. Modern Warfare Mastered, Black Ops 3 multiplayer, all that good stuff. We got you covered here up on the channel. And finally, if you guys want to follow me over on Twitter, that is the best place to get Catherine Mayer outside of YouTube. I practically live on Twitter, so if you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, link is down there in the description below. But all that said, and out of the way, hopefully you guys had a fantastic day. Mine has been Nikolai Espresso. Take care, and peace.